Hello everyone, it's Saturday, April 13th, and today we're going to do a garden update because we have quite a few things growing and we're going to be changing our space out in a bit by transitioning plants in. If you caught our tomato inaugural video, we get into the specific varieties in that video, so today we're just going to gloss over our tomatoes, like these Romas that are planted here. And behind the Romas, we have some strawberry popcorn that we are growing, and since the last update we had to resow some of our strawberry popcorn because the bird, the California towhee to be more specific, came and dug them out. We had some challenges with skunk a few nights ago, where they came and disturbed the bed and knocked over some of our strawberry popcorn plants. So like this guy is starting to wilt, so he may not make it. These glass mason jars with their bottoms cut out, they're helpful. When we went and resowed our seeds, we put them over the seeds to keep the birds out. And in addition, the skunks don't like to dig near obstacles, so we've placed it right next to our existing plants, and it's helped mitigate some of the skunk problems. And then over here we have a fava bean forest, and fava beans, something that we grew for the first time last year, and this year we let them go to seed and we tried some. I'm not a real big fan of fava beans because they have this really strong perfumed taste to them. When they set their blossoms, you can smell the scent in the air when the breeze blows, but in bean form they're super concentrated. The texture is really good. It's nice and buttery, and there's a slight bitter aftertaste. So we're going to continue to grow these in the winter time as our cover crop. And look at all this green biomass it produces. It's going to be really good for using as compost. And in addition, the plant fixes nitrogen into our soil. So we're going to have to remove these plants soon, and we're going to probably plant some corn in this area afterwards. Our ducks have found their way into our pea patch. They really love peas. I guess they like protein-based plants, so they love these fava beans as well too, but they haven't figured them out yet. We were trying to save our Oregon sugar pod peas for seed saving so we can plant more next time, and they've gone in here and got most of them. I was able to save some before they came in here, so that's what they're doing. We're learning to live and garden with ducks in the backyard, and we're approaching our first year with them, so there's lots that we're learning about in terms of what they like to eat. So we'll have to make sure to protect the plants if we transplant them. Like the other day we learned that they like cucumbers, so we had some cucumber seedlings that we transplanted down and found that they ate them up. Let's see what else is going on. We're still waiting on the Pakistan mulberry to ripen, so when it's nice and warm, they'll ripen more quickly. We have quite a few this year. And this volunteer evening sunflower is really pretty, and I enjoy seeing its bloom. We're still waiting on our garlic to head up, so this bed's not going to be freed up until late June. We have some peppers. This one, Owen helped transplant, and this is an Anaheim pepper. We purchased this in a green scene at the Fullerton Arboretum because our sprouts didn't sprout. And this one is rainbow bell pepper that we got during a seed swap. We also got quite a few seeds from Krista's garden, and today might be a Krista's garden centric tour as we have a couple of these green lime zinnia. I'm very excited about these, and we transplanted one of them the other day. And we also have quite a few varieties of peppers that we're growing this year, so we'll take a look at the seedlings. Before we head over there, we have a tray full of ornamental wheat. This is the Utrich blue wheat, and we're growing from seeds that we saved. And over here we have some additional peppers, so we won't get into the individual varieties, but we're growing like maybe 10 varieties this year. A lot of them are the ají, which is Peruvian pepper, and in Peru they're known as ají. Let's see, where's our other peppers? So We have the paprika that did really well for us last year. So we have 6 plants, and we're hoping to harvest a lot of paprika. And then over here we have more ahi. This is ahi amarillo, and ahi, if you notice, they have these really beautiful spade-shaped leaves. The other popular ahi is the rocoto, and I believe rocoto is the native um, name for it. The Spanish translation is manzano, so if you hear that, they're the same. And then yesterday we did an update on our tomato plants. I forgot to let you know this is the Kellogg's breakfast. And we have our corn that we have in these root trainers, and one of the main reasons we grow the corn in root trainers is because it's very difficult to direct sow them because of birds. So we have 4 rows of the glass gem corn, and the seeds came from Krista's garden. I'm very excited about these because the ones we grew last year, the seeds probably turned into, it's probably because of seeds that we had ears that are pretty much monochromatic, and we love how pretty the corn are from Krista's garden. So she was very, very nice and sent us seeds. Her glass gem corn are very nice and rainbow colored. We have 3 rows of the Cherokee white eagle corn, and this is a variety that is new to our garden. And then we have 3 rows of one of my favorite ones to grow for ornamental reasons. This is the Seneca Stalker red corn. And if we don't eat the corn, we end up feeding it to our ducks, so they love the dry corn. Over here we have our cucurbits. Cucurbits are your watermelons, cucumbers, muskmelons, and cantaloupe. And we have quite a few varieties of them. We have a couple of orange glow, a couple of the Klondites, and then we have this one from Krista Garden. This is the Royal Golden. We have the Sugar Baby. We have Cajo. So the Cajo and the Royal Golden are a couple of varieties that are new to our garden. We also have the scaly bark that we transplanted into the ground the other day. And in terms of muskmelon, we have this a couple of the Charente muskmelon. Cucumbers, we have the National Pickling, and then we have a Muncher. We transplanted a couple of Telegraph Improved the other day, and the ducks found them and they ate them. This is a yellow squash, and we have okra. So this year we've edited down the variety of okra that we're growing to 1, so we're hoping to be able to grow lots of okra and be able to cook with them as opposed to needing to supplement with market okra. More peppers, and we'll get into peppers in a future video. We're just going to try to keep it nice and short today if possible. We have zucchini. So these are the Black Beauty zucchini, one of my favorite ones to grow. We have a couple of plants here, and these bars are to keep the ducks off because without them they'll just trample all over our plants. And we have a field of nasturtium. That's pretty much what we have over here. And we have the artichoke plant that we harvested. Artichokes, they're really tasty. And then this is a quick update on our reed avocado. We planted it down and it's blossoming, and I'm very hopeful that we're going to get a reed avocado this year because with it in the ground, it's going to get all the nutrients that it needs to make fruit. And the last area that we're going to look at is this area here where we've moved our containers, since we're not going to be able to grow in those beds. If you're just following along, we're adding on to our house, so all that area is going to be worked on. So we're using these containers to grow more of our things. In this one we have dragon's blood, arugula. They're really pretty plants and they're tasty. And then we have volunteer Johnny Jump Ups. In this bed we're waiting for our ginger to grow, to sprout. We harvested a good we had a good ginger harvest last year. We left some of the rhizomes down there. And then this is our container of golden Bantam corn. We put down seeds for sugar pie pumpkin the other day, and then we also put down seeds around for some filet beans. So it's going to be really neat to see how it grows with all that density in there. And that's pretty much it for today's update and our garden.